And good evening. Welcome to Berkshire Jazz. You're listening to WTBR 89.7 FM in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and perhaps WETF, the jazz station in South Bend, Indiana. In either case, I hope you enjoy the music we've selected for you this evening here on Berkshire Jazz. I'm your host, Phil Tierney, and as we often do, we get right to the music. This first set is actually taken from a sampler of a variety of bands and musicians. We'll start with Bob Florence's big band with a tune entitled, I better turn down my theme. Sorry, Dave. Bob Florence from a CD entitled Jewels, released in 1986. The tune we'll listen to, Willowcrest. We'll follow that with Hal Schaefer's 1991 release Solo Duo Trio with Blues for Albert, and Alan Broadbent from a 1989 Better Days album, the tune entitled Sunny Step. And finally Marty Patch, Moanin' from 1959. That's the title of the release. The title of the tune, It's All Right With Me. Here's Bob Florence. The chair still squeaks. Kind of a nice oleo sound to start Berkshire Jazz off with. And that was from a sampler on Discovery entitled New and Old Names in Jazz. And the new and old names were, in that first group, Bob Florence's big band. And that was from a 1986 recording entitled Jules, and the title of the tune, Willow Crest. We then shifted to a combo led by Hal Schaefer in 1991 entitled Solo, Duo, Trio, and the song Blues for Albert. And then Alan Broadbent from 1989, album entitled Better Days with a tune entitled Sonny's Step. Finished it off with that last big band you heard, Marty Page. The title of the release was Monin in 1959. And the song, of course, It's All Right With Me. And I hope it was all right with you. We have a lot more as this 2-hour show unfolds. We'll be listening to some Brubeck, some Ellington, who was born in March. Al Jarreau, one of my other favorites. Jerry Mulligan, Randy Weston. So stay with us. See if we can get it all in. We don't usually. Maybe I talk too much. But what next? Ben Webster teamed up with Joe Zawinul in a 1963 recording entitled Soulmates. And we'll listen to the title tune, Soulmates, then a tune entitled The Governor, a Ben Webster composition, and then Like Someone in Love. And joining Ben Webster on tenor sax and Joe Zawinul on piano, Thad Jones on cornet, Sam Jones on bass, Philly Joe Jones on drums. So we have our trio of Joneses there. I don't know that they're related, but at any rate, let's go with Soulmates. Oh boy, it's not my back. Ben Webster, Joe Zawino, from a 1963 recording, Soulmates, joining Joe and Ben. It was Thad Jones on cornet, Sam Jones on bass, and Philly Joe Jones on drums. We're listening to three tunes. The title tune, Soulmates, then a tune entitled The Governor, and then Like Someone in Love. And you'll probably be happy to know I changed chairs, so that creaking noise should be eliminated the rest of the way. However, this chair doesn't have arms on it, so if you hear a crash, it's probably me falling out of the chair. No, I'm seat-belted in. All right. What do I have next? Oh, yeah. Duke Ellington. As I say, born in March 29th, 1899. From a 1962 recording, Duke Ellington meets Coleman Hawkins. Duke did a lot of those kinds of albums where he would do an album or with another outstanding jazz performer. But here he is with Coleman Hawkins. And you'll hear on this Ray Nance's cornet and violin, Lawrence Brown's trombone, Johnny Hodges' alto sax, Harry Carney's baritone sax and bass clarinet, Coleman Hawkins' tenor sax, Duke Ellington's piano, Aaron Bell on bass, and Sam Woodyard on drums. We'll listen to 4 tunes. A tune entitled Ray Charles Place, and then You Dirty Dog. That's the title. Then a self-portrait of the Bean, and then The Jeep is Jumpin', a tune that is usually, you'll hear Johnny Hodges do. He was the Jeep. And you're listening to Berkshire Jazz here on WTBR 89.7 FM in Pittsfield. I'm your host, and I do hope you're enjoying the music I selected. If you're not, let me know. Or if you like it and you want to hear more, let me know. You can do that real easily. Tierney Jazz 897 at gmail.com. Shoot me a Gmail. I'd love to hear from you. But right now, I'd love to hear from Duke Ellington and Coleman Hawkins. Here's Ray Charles Place. 89.7 WTBR-FM, Pittsfield Community Radio. There's a tune you probably recognized. The Jeep is Jumpin'. The Duke Ellington 1962 release with meets Coleman Hawkins. And there was a tune in there you didn't recognize because I didn't announce it. I announced we'd be listening to Portrait of the Bean, and actually played a tune that Ellington wrote entitled Recitic. And that was Ray Nance's violin you heard in that tune. But other than that, it went pretty well as planned. We started out with Ray Charles' Place, a tune entitled You Dirty Dog, and then the substitution, Recitic. And then the last tune, the Jeep is Jumpin'. In addition to Duke Ellington and Coleman Hawkins, as I mentioned, it was Ray Nance's cornet and violin you might have heard, Lawrence Brown's trombone, Johnny Hodges added the alto sax, Aaron Bell on bass, and Sam Woodyard on drums. And you're listening to Berkshire Jazz here on WTBR. I'm your host, Phil Tierney, and I'm going to move on to a small quartet that you probably also have heard of, headed by the pianist Dave Brubeck. And this was recorded in 1957. I think I received it in 57 from an aunt who wanted to see me listen to a quartet rather than a big band of Stan Kenton's. And it worked. I have to say I really enjoyed the music produced by the Brubeck Quartet. This quartet, Dave, of course, on piano, Joe Murillo on drums, Paul Desmond on alto sax, and Norman Bates on bass. Eugene Wright hadn't joined the group at that point. And the title is Dave Digs Disney. So it's Dave's take on some of the popular Disney music for his animation. Let's listen to Give a Little Whistle and Hi Ho, the Dwarfs Marching Song, and When You Wish Upon a Star, and finally, Someday My Prince Will Come. Here's Dave Brubeck. Dave Diggs Disney. 1957 release. That was Dave Brubeck, of course, on piano. Paul Desmond on the alto sax, Joe Murillo's drums, and Norman Bates on the bass. And we listened to Give a Little Whistle. Hi ho, hi ho. When You Wish Upon a Star in that last tune, Someday My Prince Will Come. And you're listening to Berkshire Jazz. I'm your host, Phil Tierney, on WTBR 89.7 FM here in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Hope you're enjoying where we're going, and I think you will enjoy the next artist. I know I do. Of course, I could say that about all of them. But this fellow, a vocalist, something we don't often have an opportunity to play on Berkshire Jazz. But a great jazz singer, Al Jarreau. And what I've got is some of the tunes that I particularly like. He's done a lot of great songs. But this actually is from an album entitled The Best Of. I have the other albums. I'll tell you what they are. But it was just easier to bring one album than 6 or 7. So we're going to listen to Never Given Up. And that's from an album entitled This Time, recorded in 1980. A tune, Mornin'. A great tune to wake up in the morning to. That's from an album entitled Jarreau, 1983. And then Boogie Down, and that's from the Jarreau album in 83 as well. And I'll tell you, the first time I heard this, I was at the Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And it was the soundtrack to a video of Monster Dunks, by all the old high flyers. Dr. J and Wilt and Russell and so on and so forth. Boogie Down. And if you close your eyes and listen to the music, I think you'll see those slam dunks if you want to. At any rate, then After All, from a 1984 recording entitled High Crimes, and finish it off with So Good, from Heart's Horizon in 1988. So here's Al Jarreau, Never Given Up.
I've been afraid that I had missed the chance of a lifetime. And by the way, I'm tumbled with romance, girl, and I don't cry. But now I'm searching every star, searching near and far, till I find our one spirit flying high, flying high. I'll never give it up, never wanna give it up, even when this life is over. Never give it up, never wanna give it up, even when this life is over. Never give it up, never wanna give it up, even when this life is over. I'll be content in time. And so today, I think I'll take a chance of a lifetime. And by the way, I'm falling for romance, girl, and I don't mind how much I cry. See, I'm reaching for the sun. Love has just begun. Turn the one spirit flying high, flying high. I'll never give it up, never wanna give it up, even when this life is over. Never give it up, never wanna give it up, even when this life is over. Never give it up, never wanna give it up, even when this life is over. I'll be content in time. it straight. I was shaking, but now I am making it right. Here in my mind, my heart will soar with love that's rare and real. My smiling face will feel every cloud, and higher still beyond the blue, until I know I can, like any man, reach out my hand and touch the face of Excuse me if I say my heart has found its wings, searching high and low, and now at last I know. Morning, Mr. Radio, morning, little Cheerios. Morning, Sister Oreo, did I tell you that everything here is just fine? Ooh, in my mind. So won't you get up, Oreo? So won't you get up, Cheerios? Wake up, Mr. Radio. It's fine here in my mind. Singing about one little radio. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. You can be what I want to, you know all I need is to get my boogie down. You can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I got my sudden and my show love on, and I'm putting on my rainbow beat. You can't stop flirting with your best stuff on. You are the winner, and you wanna feel. You can be what you want to, and all you need is to get your boogie down. I can be all I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. boogie, boogie. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down. I can be what I want to, and all I need is to get my boogie down.
There was a time I knew that no matter come what may, love would prevail. And then inside the dreams I knew came the question lovers fear, can true love fail? Then I would miss the childhood wish, and haven't I sung to you of the knight in armor bright, faithful and true to you, darling, after all. I will be the one to hold you in my arms. To hold you, I will be the one to hold you in my arms, in my arms. I know in my heart and mind that no matter come what may, love will survive. Love, the author of space and time, keeps the galaxies and each sparrow alive. And the love that heals the wound after the war is through is the knight in armor bright, faithful and true to you, darling, after all. I will be the one to hold you in my arms. And after all, I will be the one to hold you. I will be the one
Now let me say this.
There's no greater crime than wasting your life on a boat going nowhere. When you came along, you made it safe for love to survive. I trusted and dreamed, and you came like I knew you would. I've been round before, but this feels so good. I could not walk by, I knew that I'd found what's at the end of the rainbow. There's no place on earth I'd rather be than staying right here with you. It's not about luck, I don't need to knock on wood. No, no, been round before, but this feels so good. It's so hard to believe that I wake up each day next to you. Time after time in the cold morning light. It's good to know that it's true. No greater sin than missing your chance. Well, when it's staring right at you, that look in your eyes says everything and tells me I'm home. For once in my life, you know I don't feel misunderstood. Well, I've been round before, oh, but this time, you know, it feels so sure. Been round before, but this feels so good. Hey, 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 been round before, this feels so good.
Y'all sing it. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This feels so good, so good, so good, so good, so good, so good. This feels so good, so good, so good, so good, so
Five tunes from Al Jarreau, sung only the way Al Jarreau could sing it. And we heard Never Giving Up, Mornin', Boogie Down, After All, and the last tune, So Good. You're listening to WTBR 89.7 FM. This is Berkshire Jazz. I'm your host, Phil Tierney. You may also be listening out in South Bend, Indiana on WETF, the jazz station. Stay tuned, both stations. Up next here in Pittsfield, it's the Jazz Train with John Pollock. But out in South Bend, it's Night Lights at 10 o'clock with David Ben Johnson, and The Last Call with host Brent Bandulis at 11. Stay safe, be well, and thanks for listening. I have a few minutes left, and I have, another set that I wanted to play, and I will play it. I'll play it next week. But I'm going to play one tune from it right now, and it's Duke Ellington presents The Soloists from 1951 to 1958. And so we'll listen to in a mellow tone. Here's Duke Ellington, and then we'll hear Dave. And that takes us through a couple hours of jazz here on WTBR. As I said, next week we'll continue that Duke Ellington presents the soloists with a whole group of tunes you'll recognize, I'm sure, as well as some Randy Weston from a 1965 recording entitled Berkshire Blues, a tune he wrote. And then Jerry Mulligan, Rebirth of the Cool, and Duke again, this time teamed up with John Coltrane. So, if you can, be with us next Saturday at 8. And thanks for listening.